last speaker for this session is Mr. Sanjay Karunasena. Sanjay Karunasena is an enterprise architect with nearly 15 years of industry experience. He has significant experience in application of ICT technology for business development, management of enterprise systems, product development and enterprise software development, including experience in retail, telecommunication and e-government domains. He has also experience in leading a 300+ engineering team, developing many enterprise solutions, providing strategic direction to improve software engineering productivity and software quality. He is currently designated as the Chief Technology Officer of ICT Agency. In this role, while contributing to the design and the implementation of the nationwide SOA-based ICT infrastructure, he provides technical guidance to a variety of initiatives. Previously, he worked as the Director of Services in a leading SOA company, responsible for client services and infrastructure services. Sanjay is interested in cloud computing and mobile computing for development. He is researching on technical and non-technical aspects of citizen-centric government service delivery with active citizen participation. In addition, Sanjay is a free and open source software advocate who values it for its fundamental principles. He has an MSc in computer science and BSc degree in computer science and engineering from University of Moratuwa. Let me welcome Sanjay to deliver his talk on Lanka Gate, a platform for innovative e-government applications.
Right. So I guess this particular session is sort of most diversified session. You know, we talked about a lot of things. So I'm going to talk about now, you know, how governments can use internet, and you know how we are envisioning to use internet, and how we are actually making use of the internet in sort of filling the gap between citizens and not really government services. Let me put it that way. So before I go into the details of this, what is the next generation government we would like to have? Now this is an old government 0.0 in my view. So I don't know, what's the perception, elsewhere in the world, like Australia and so on, but this part of the world, the perception is like this, Typically, if you walked in, it's, a pile of files around, it's difficult to find things, and they will make sure that people has to run around, across so many places to get something done. So it's very organization-centric, fragmented, disjoint, there's a lot of bureaucracy in it, unresponsive and unaccountable. And that's how it's been, perceived, and things are evolving, but this is widely the perception. So in order to change this, of course, you have to change people. Now, of course, we have figured it's sort of a very difficult task to change people overnight. So we thought of bringing in technology to keep people away from the government service so that you don't get to interact with the bureaucracy. So what do we envision? You can make use of internet and the rest of the things around it so that, you don't have to actually walk into a government department. You can obtain services maybe through, your web browser or for mobile or, some other media. And at the back end, we can re-engineer the government to provide efficient services without, disturbing the apple cart too much. So what have we done? So obviously, that will eliminate bureaucracy. It will be highly responsive and transparent for people as well. So this is some parts of infrastructure we have put in place, which I'm going to talk about today. Lanka Gate, Country Portal, and the associated mobile portal. So this is sort of the overall architecture of the infrastructure I'm talking about. Let me very quickly explain this. So we have in the middle, okay, I got the mouse pointer, this Lanka government network. So this is essentially a sort of a private network for the government. So we have, as you can see, about 360 odd government organizations connected through this network. So this is sort of a private network for the government. It's, gives them sort of a sense of security, right? And of course, it provides security than, doing certain stuff directly on public internet, as far as the government is concerned. And then, of course, we know, nowadays with modern economies, government alone doesn't deliver things for people. You need private sector participation. So you have mechanisms to bringing private sector companies also into the same network in a secure manner, so that you can actually collaborate and offer services electronically to people. And now, of course, like I said, so that means you need to collaborate. So it's just not one government department offering a service most of the time. If you have experience in obtaining a government service, you have to actually walk into many government departments to get various pieces. It's like, fixing up a puzzle. You go and get one piece of information from one place, and they will say, go over there. You go and bring another piece, and so on and so forth. And hopefully, you will get it done finally within a reasonable time frame. But if you want to do this electronically, obviously, you need to mash up all this. So to do that, we have put a piece of software infrastructure in place, and that's what we call Lankagate. What it's supposed to do? It's supposed to do this, connecting these different systems in various government organizations, and including the, the private sector organizations who are participating in these things. And then another important thing is, if we want to offer services online, obviously, government services doesn't come always free. There are a lot of things come for free, but there are certain things for you, you have to pay, like, streaming licenses, taxes, and so on and so forth. So if you don't want you to walk into a government department, that means you should be able to pay for that service from your, wherever you are comfortable, from home or whatnot, right? So government should be able to accept electronic payments. So we have integrated, okay, that's my point. Okay. So we have integrated, a couple of payment providers into this infrastructure. And plus, of course, recently, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka has, put out some regulations and guidelines for mobile payments. So that hopefully, very soon you will see mobile providers coming out. Of course, I saw a couple of them out there, and trying to sell you, mobile payment solutions. So that will enable you to actually use your mobile as a payment device. So we are ready to integrate all that. So what does this mean? This enables for us to offer government services, mashing up things together and get people to pay things electronically. Now, of course, obviously, people need to get to these services. So internet is obviously, using internet web application is obviously one choice. But of course, you may be aware, in our country, internet penetration through, standard desktops is very low. I mean, government services need to be delivered to, entire population. So we need to figure out how we can reach people. So therefore, this mobile portal going to play an important role. So if you look at current statistics, our mobile penetration, at least, subscribers are over 17 million, right? But of course, you will find people who are carrying, 2, 3 mobile phones and SIMs and so on. But still, I think it's a significant population, and of course, you can experience it. If you walk down the street, you will see, pretty much everybody, carrying a mobile phone. So that's an important channel, and we want to deliver a lot of things through that channel. So this is sort of complete infrastructure. There's a lot of work we have put in to get this in place. But of course, if it doesn't have real services out there, obviously people will not feel anything. Obviously, you must be wondering where this thing is, right? Obviously, you may not really feel it. So we did one, of course, application just to make sure we have the things working properly and the puzzle work. So this is one of those modern services. So right now in the Western province, you can obtain your vehicle revenue license, or in some other countries referred as road tax, online. So in the early days, it's at least a half a day's affair to get this done. But now we have connected the government officers which typically offer these services. There are 40 of them in the Colombo district. And there's a central department of motor traffic who's sort of the authority to register vehicles. So we have connected all of them. And then there are insurance companies. Those are private entities mainly who offer vehicle insurance. So you need to validate your vehicle insurance. So they are also connected to this. And there are emission testers. You need to get an emission test done for your vehicle every year in order to get a revenue license. So they are also connected. So the entire transaction happens transparent to the citizen electronically. You go online, apply for a renewal. You just enter your vehicle number, and they will, of course, ask for the chassis number of the vehicle just to verify that you are not trying to do something suspicious, and that you have the required papers with you. And the system in the back end verify with all these various entities whether you have added insurance, whether you have gone through the emission test, and whether you are the real owner of the vehicle. And then you make a payment online, and you are done. And of course, there are still certain regulatory requirements that you have to post a piece of paper on your vehicle. So you will get that via registered mail. But until such time, you will be given a small, printout, which you can print at your desk, and you can take it